but there are some things that people should be aware of before they cast their vote. And our job is to inform people. And I've heard a lot of people, both online and in real life, saying that they are a protest voter, they're dissatisfied with the options on offer, they were considering spoiling their ballot, and now they're thinking about voting for Jim Gavin because if Jim Gavin wins, then he'll step down and then that'll force another presidential election, and then maybe somebody else can get on the ballot, like, say, Maria Steen or Nick Delahanty or whatever. The reason you should, in my opinion, not do that, and again, it's up to you, but if you are planning to send a protest message, I would say that is a terrible way to go about it. And one of the reasons I would say that is, as Jason alluded to, Fianna Fáil are in the hole for about €500,000 currently when it comes to their election expenses. All those posters of Jim Gavin all over the country, social media ads, various different letters and leaflets and things that they have to send out.
Ice creams for Jim Gavin on the campaign trail.
Yeah, 99s. I mean, how many 99? Have you seen the price of a 99 recently? Like that must have been half the budget alone. But according to one report by Extra.ie, it's estimated that they spent £500,000. That money is gone unless Jim Gavin gets a quarter of the quota, because under Irish election law, if you get a quarter of a quota, you are able to get back about 250 grand in expenses. So they'd get back £250,000, half of what they've spent. And as to how many votes that is exactly, it changes every election because the quota changes every election. The quota, for those who don't know, is basically the minimum number of votes you need to get in order to win. But that obviously will change depending on how many people actually vote. It varies from election to election. But I did some analysis. I have an article about this on the Gript website and found that in the last 3 presidential elections that were contested, a quarter of the quota is roughly 188,000 votes. And this one could be even lower than that because the turnout is expected to be super low because so many people are unenthused by this election. So that could be as low as, I don't know, 150,000, let's say. So if Jim Gavin can get 150,000 votes or so, it is quite possible that Fianna Fáil could get back £250,000. And you say, well, what if he wins? What if we could rerun the election? He will not win. This is something that people need to get out of their minds. He was in last place before all the scandals. Then loads of scandals come out. He has multiple car crash interviews and debates. He then is thrown under the bus by his own party and condemned. He then drops out and says, I don't want the job. Nobody vote for me. I'm done. All the posters come down. He has no campaign. The idea that he was...
There's a funny thing as well, except that they haven't. I mean, I saw someone posting earlier that there's more Jim Gavin posters in their area of Dublin than there are Heather Humphreys posters. It's amazing.
Yeah, I believe it's
a shambles.
Yeah, it's a gradual process. He's kind of half in and half out. But the idea that he was in last place before and that now suddenly he's going to win is ludicrous. It's an impossibility and it's nonsense. So all you will do if you vote for Jim Gavin is eat into the potential number of spoiled ballots and also save Micheál Martin humiliation, because he will be able to say if Jim Gavin gets a kind of a respectable result, a decent result, then he can do a kind of I could have been a contender thing and say, look, you see, it wasn't as bad as everybody said. It was, sure, he dropped out, but maybe he didn't have to. Maybe it wasn't a huge scandal, and he'll kind of save some face, and the party will save a ton of money. So again, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying you should be cognizant that those are the possible ramifications of doing it if you're thinking of voting for Jim Gavin. And very, very last point I'll make on this is it's also not clear what you're trying to say. Because if you write in none of the above or Maria Steen or something on your ballot, it's immediately obvious this person is protesting against the system. Like in the last presidential election, we had 30,000 spoiled ballots, and most of those were just accidents, people who just don't know how to vote, who made a mistake on the form when they were filling it out. Whereas if this time we had, let's say, 300,000, I'm making up a number, 10 times more, it's not like everyone just suddenly forgot how to vote. That would very clearly be a protest against the system. Whereas if you write in Jim Gavin number 1, is that person protesting, or is that just a diehard GAA fan who loves Jim Gavin, or a diehard Fianna Fáiler? Like, it's not obvious. And the next day, RTE could say, "Oh, you see, lots of Fianna Fáilers stand by Jim Gavin regardless of his scandals," or something. You know, like your protest message is kind of lost at that point. So again, not telling anybody what to do. I'm just saying these are things that you need to think about before you make your decision.